Hey Trailblazers, how are y'all doing? It's been about a week since I made a video, but I've been thinking about this particular message for about a week and figuring out how I wanted to convey it with you all. So here's the message. You are not an imposter, you are the blueprint. Yeah, you are not the imposter, you are the blueprint. And here's the example. Michael Jordan has a shoe deal that we're all very aware of. You can watch about the story on that new Amazon movie, okay? You can all go look for it. But there had never been anyone who had done it the way he had done it before. Now, for some, they may have said he was crazy. He wasn't the first person to have a shoe deal, but he was the only one to have it at that time the way that he had it. And still to this day, he's the only one who has had it the way that he has his shoe deal. And you all know exactly what I'm talking about, unless you're living under a rock. If you are, go look up Michael Jordan's shoe deal. Right? He wasn't the imposter, he was the blueprint. He wasn't comparing himself to other athletes who had shoe deals and endorsements. He was the blueprint. All right. So let me get into this. If you look on Google, you will see the definition that says about imposter syndrome, right? Of it being the condition of self-doubt, criticizing yourself internally, despite being of high performing externally in measurable ways, right? Or I'll take it a step farther, feeling like you're not good enough, right? Feeling like you are a fraud. There is only one way to be a fraud. That means there's an original, right? If there is no original, then there is no imposter. This is for everybody who feels like they are not good enough in what they are doing. Please let me look at me. Let me encourage you. There is only one of you. Therefore, you are the blueprint. If God put it into your heart and he has put you into position and he has shown you fruits of your labor, he's already validated you as much as you're going to get validated to go forth and do what you need to do. Whether you get external validations from others, whether you feel within yourself that you are where others are supposed to be, that is your push right there to understand that there is not another person in the world like you. If there's not another person in the world like you, then who are you comparing yourself to outside of you? Make sure you're pushing yourself to be the best that you need to be, pushing yourself to be the greatest that you can be. Make sure that you're pushing your message. There can be let's say if you're a doctor, there can be a million other doctors, but maybe you're that one doctor who can solve that sickly case because of your own personal and unique experience. There can be a bazillion lawyers, but maybe you're the only lawyer that can get to that client and get them to understand the importance of their case, and you're the one who gets them off. You're the one who lets them live their life of freedom. Here's another example of close to home. We've all had our favorite teacher. You may have had one or two people who are your favorite teachers out of 50 that you had without all the years that you were in school. Only one or two stood out to you. It doesn't mean that the other teachers weren't good teachers. It means that person or those people had the blueprint from their own personal lives to touch you directly and to open your mind and your heart to get you to where you needed to be based on their individual experience. That's how you stop the imposter syndrome. When you realize that there is only one of you. You are your own comparison and competition. And it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to say, I could have done that better. But I did what I could at that moment. So today I'm going to get up and I'm going to push myself to be better. Right? That's when you stop your imposter syndrome. When you take a moment and look at yourself and say, have I made a change somewhere where I'm supposed to be? Have I helped one person? Then how can I be a fraud? Right? Am I pushing myself to be my very best? Then how can I be a fraud? Maybe I don't speak like Maya Angelou. There's only one of her. There would never be another. Right? Maybe I don't ball like Michael Jordan. There's only one of him. There would never be another. Right? Maybe I don't act like Denzel Washington. There'll never be another. Even his own kin has their own style. They are their own blueprint. There is no imposter where there is no comparison. Right? And especially if you're on here, then you're a trailblazer. That means you got to go your own path anyway. That means you don't need the validation of others. God did when no one else did. When no one else validated you, God did. That's what that means. If you're a trailblazer and you're on this page. So go ahead and get on up. Find your way to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Make sure that you're pushing your best effort. Learning, growing, being who you are called to be. Right? Not looking left or looking right to see if you're doing what others are doing, because only you can put out your perspective and your story. All right, I really hope this has been encouraging to some of you all, because I think sometimes we live in the age of comparison so much, and it can be so difficult upon us. Feeling like we are not good enough, feeling like we are fake, but you are the blueprint. And I love you all, trailblazers. Remember, you are not an imposter, you're a blueprint. And I hope you all have a great day. Much love, and I will see you all next time. If you like this video, go ahead and like, save, or share. And if you really like all these videos, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to continue the conversation, get down in the comments. All right, love y'all. Bye.